Martin, I'm quite disappointed to enter my laboratory and find all of my monsters dead on the floor.
I'm sorry, boss. The thing was, I knew it was feeding time. So I went in with the bag of food and I fed all the monsters. But what I did not realize was that the bag of food was right next to the bag of poison. I accidentally grabbed the bag of poison instead of the bag of food. The monsters ate the poison, but they're dead because they ate the poison instead of their food. They were going to eat their food, but they ate the poison, which was poisoned, I guess, by its very nature. And then they all died.
Thank you, Martin. I actually did grasp the concept from the very first thing that you said, but I do appreciate the extra explanation.
I'm sorry, you're always telling me to get to the point. Stop over-explaining things. I'm so sorry.
So this does not have to be all a bad situation, because if you poison the monsters, that means you probably fed the oversized rats.
Oh, yeah. The rats in the basement, they're looking very happy with their chemically enhanced monster food.
Can you explain to me how the rats came to eat food rather than poison?
And the beastly horde approached the castle gates as a ruinous multitude of malice, but the king was prepared. For the blue wizard had warned him. There will be danger, and there will be crossbows.
Hello and welcome to another episode of There Will Be Crossbows. Yay, we made it. Nobody said that we would make it to episode 81 because that would be a very arbitrary thing to point out, but we did. Yeah.
Yeah, we defeated all of those lack of expectations.
My name is James.
And my name is John.
Today's theme is Mutation. This was suggested by our listener, Tim. That's a fun theme. I think Hollywood has kind of wrecked this theme a little bit because when I hear Mutation, I just go straight to superheroes. And man, we already do a lot of stuff about superheroes, John.
Do we really?
Yeah, like I ran the numbers on my number runner, and 39% of all the scenes we've ever done have involved a superhero in some way. 16% being Cyclops from X-Men, 10% being Hulk. Well, the overlap is 8% of scenes where Hulk and Cyclops were both in the scene at the same time. What makes me mad in general about superheroes is that every time they're depicted, they all have some mutation, some sort of something, radioactive something or whatever, but it's always kind of something that's vaguely useful in some way.
You never hear about that superhero, the mutant, who has just a normal tongue, except it's like fingernails and it won't stop growing and you have to trim it all the time or it gets, unwieldy. Exactly. That's a useless superpower.
Right. And that would be statistically just as likely to happen post-mutation. And we'd wind up with the infallible tonguer versus, another Cyclops clone.
Or if you're really talking scientifically, a mutation is more likely just to be fatal. Like you come out as a mutant, you will just fucking die.
You never see superheroes that are just, complete disasters of like, oh, now my legs are stuck together and I'm permanently doing jazz hands because of the radioactive waste.
They call that person land mermaid. Valentine's Day was not that long ago, and I saw a Valentine that had a picture of Cyclops, and it said, roses are red, violets are red, everything is red, the world is red. And I laughed a little bit. And then I thought, oh, well, maybe this is why Cyclops has such trouble in relationships. It's it's that saying that I learned from BoJack Horseman, and that is, when you wear rose-colored glasses, red flags just regularly, they look like flags. So every relationship Cyclops is in is going to be a disaster.
Imagine even trying to be friends with a guy. You can't get a straight answer. It's like, hey, Cyclops, have you seen my car keys? No.
So you're saying that anybody who you can't see their eyes, you just cannot be friends with them?
That is true, unless they're blind, because then I understand why I can't see their eyes. I can see their eyes. Usually they're wearing glasses. But I automatically assume blind people are kind and worthy of friendship.
Well, there is a blind superhero as well. Daredevil is blind. But also, downside, he's a lawyer.
Right. Further downside, it's depicted that, oh, I'm blind, yet I can perform more physical activities with more agility than any person with sight. Is that actually really representing a real disability in a genuine way? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. If you had to have a mutation that wasn't necessarily a superpower, what mutation do you think you should have? Like maybe the hair on your body, as it grows, it's thicker and gets a little scaly.
I want my mutant power to be all of a sudden I have no fingernails or toenails and nobody else does, and anybody I get close to loses their finger or toenails. That's my mutant power.
What if you go near a turtle? Does its shell go away? Or like a pangolin, do its scales fall off?
Unfortunately, yes, that would be the downside of my superpower, is that I would instantly kill any pangolins I tried to cuddle. But on the flip side, if I'm walking home at night and a giant predatory cat, let's say an ocelot. I know I could have picked a bigger cat, but
well, I mean, ocelot attacks are on the rise in Chicago.
Right. I'm being realistic. It's not like a panther is going to live in Chicago. But if an ocelot jumps out of a bush and tries to claw me in midair, the claws would evaporate and he would just end up pawing my face. I would grab him. We'd have this warm embrace. I would swing him around and it would all of a sudden be like a romantic comedy where I just caught this ocelot in midair and we do this like beautiful little like twirl together.
And I'd be like, oh, Mutant James had a meet cute with an ocelot.
All right. Auditions for the School of Mutants are continuing. We will now see, says here, Land Mermaid. Sorry, is there a Land Mermaid in the waiting room? Land Mermaid.
Yes, my name is Griselda Brunwald.
Griselda, you are the Land Mermaid?
They call me the Land Mermaid for two reasons. One, my legs are stuck together. Number two, my singing voice, which attracts all the lads to my courting room.
That's something that we really want to see. We're obligated to give everybody a chance to audition, so we're going to bring you in the audition room. Do you need like a dolly? Ned, can we get a dolly over here for the Land Mermaid?
Oh, my Ned, what a specimen of masculinity you are.
Well, thanks. Nobody compliments that, but to operate a dolly efficiently in this sort of setting, you got to be a pretty strong guy. So thanks. Griselda, was it?
Griselda.
It's nice to meet you, Griselda. Hey, I'll be hanging around after your audition if you want to grab coffee or something.
Absolutely. Here, this is just a little something for you, just a little peek.
Oh, whoa. Hey. No seducing the backstage hands. And Griselda, I don't mean to break this to you, but Ned literally tries to sleep with every single superhero we audition, so you're nothing special. Not every single one, Griselda. It wasn't like that.
I should remind you that I'm a land mermaid, which has implications about all of the dating and such.
I forgot also, I'm sorry, there was a dolly I left backstage. I'm going to run and grab that other dolly. I'll be right back. Griselda, I don't mean to rush you, but we really got to get on with the auditions. Look, hey, don't feel bad about what happened with Ned. Look, he kind of like...
He'll be back.
Griselda, he He never comes back. He does this to everybody who auditions. He gets their hopes up and then he just dashes them down. It's the price to pay for having the most attractive stagehand in the business.
All I have to do is unleash my siren song.
That's something that I think we should see in the audition room. Can I go ahead and get you in here?
Please do. It's Amazon product review time. Oh, James has sent me something I'm really, really looking forward to. It's a movie on Amazon Prime called Piranhaconda. Now, I recently obtained an Amazon Prime account from the dark web, so I'm going to dive into Piranhaconda here in just a moment. But first, it's on a page with a billion other amazing movies that I can't wait to see, such as Sharktopus versus Terracuda, Megalodon, Lavalantula, and one I've already seen, Sand Sharks. Oh, or should I go for Planet of the Sharks? I can't decide. Or maybe Piranha Double D. I'm going to watch all of them. But first, Piranhaconda. I didn't make it past the first 5 minutes of this movie because that's where the Piranhaconda theme song happens. Watch out for the Piranhaconda. Seriously, you should look this up on YouTube. All about how dangerous the Piranhaconda is. I don't even know what else happens in this movie, but it doesn't matter because that theme song. Let me recreate some moments for you. All he wants is human flesh and bone. Hope you never find yourself alone. If you're bold and try to have a swim, you're gonna find yourself eye to eye with him. I said, look out, look out. I said, look out, look out. Piranhaconda. Is it a fish or is it a snake? He's always hungry once he wakes. Faster than the speed of light. Feel the jaw, you're gonna feel the bite. This ain't a song, this is a warning to not be caught in Piranhaconda's coilin'. Who wrote this? James and John? Most badass theme song for the worst movie that's ever been made. I need a theme song this badass. I'm gonna be just as famous as, what is this thing called? Piranhaconda. I'm gonna be just as famous as Piranhaconda. When I walk into a room, somebody's gonna start strumming on their electric guitar, because that's what you do, you strum on those, right? And then they're gonna start saying stuff like, he's right behind you, he's in your house. He's having tea with your spouse, look out. It's John. He hasn't been combined yet with something cool. He's floating casually in your pool, look out. It's John. It's John. It's John. It's John. 5 stars.
Hello, I'm St. Peter. You must have recently died. Welcome to heaven.
Oh dear. Oh. Blast. I wasn't finished with my work on Earth, and yet here I am.
My notes are vague. It just says you died in an incredibly stupid way, but were a generally good man.
That's good. I'd rather just leave all of that unpleasant business behind.
Yeah, because I don't want to pry, though I am intrigued about why your corpse was found with its pants pulled down.
Well, you see, the challenge was to see how many different varieties of finch you could fit within your bodily cavities.
I should always know. Never ask, St. Peter. Never ask. Just if you're intrigued by the note, just leave it be. You don't actually want to know what happened.
The answer, by the way, for me, 37.
Jesus Christ. Sorry.
No problem. Oh, is that the man? He's right there.
Yeah, you want to meet Cheese?
Oh, you call him Cheese here.
Yeah, a little
That's
Cheesy.
lovely. You see, down on Earth, we call him Jesus of the Christ, holiest of holies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Super down to earth. He admires all those pleasantries, but really, we just mostly call him Little Jeezy up here.
Oh, that's quite nice, actually. Little Jeezy.
Jeezy, why don't you come over here and meet this guy?
Hey there, how's it hanging? Oh, my Lord!
It is?
Yeah, that's me. I didn't expect you to be so down to earth, seeing as you're not down on earth at all. It's just a figure of speech, man. It's always nice to meet a fan.
Yo, Jeezy, guess how many birds this guy got stuck in his asshole?
Now, to be fair, it wasn't just in the asshole. It was bodily cavities. Oh, God.
Yeah, don't spoil it. Don't tell him. Let him guess. I want to see what Jeezy says.
Okay, let's see. I would guess somewhere like a good baker's dozen.
Higher, dude. Higher.
Go way off!
Yeah, okay. Give him one more guess. One more guess, Jeezy.
What kind of birds are we talking here? Birds, I mean, hummingbirds, you could probably fit a couple dozen. More than that, actually. Okay. I mean, but if we're talking like ospreys, very few. And how would you even go about that? You have to grind them up first. Are you sure maybe you better check the book again.
Yeah, hold on. I'm getting some red flags here. Let me. This is embarrassing.
I know a little something about embarrassing.
We were looking for Elmer Finchworthy. You're Elmer Finchworthy. You're going to hell.
Well, that's what I expected all along. Although I have to say, Lil Jeezy, big fan. Thank you. Thank you. I have a lot of fans all over the place.
Well, if you want to get an autograph from Little Jeezy before you get sent down to hell, that's totally chill. We got a few minutes. We're not rushing things here. We're not uptight about that kind of stuff.
Maybe I can just hang out here for a couple millennia. I don't know. Whatever. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, honestly, I don't give a shit. It's not like it's a fancy club or something. You can come on in, man. You can come on in.
Great. Show me to your aviary.
All right, it is time for everybody's favorite section. Presumably, you can let us know if it's actually your favorite section or not. It is questions and answers.
Questions and answers.
One, two, three. Questions
and answers.
We're gonna get this one of the days. We're gonna get this. Today's question comes from Aaron. Aaron, thank you for writing in. Aaron says, I seem to have developed a mutation. His name is Bob, and he lives on my left elbow. Can I remove him, or is this my life now?
You see, Aaron, your first mistake was you gave it a name. Once you give it a name, it's yours and it's permanent. So this is your life. Get used to it. Buy it things. It needs clothes. It's going to need to be fed, shelter. You need to give it a social life. You are responsible for Bob until it grows up and moves out.
Yeah, and Aaron, I don't want to suggest that you're being extremely selfish, but it's not just your life now. This is Bob's life now. Do you think he asked to be a mutation on you? Think about other people for a change.
Just let Bob take over, because Bob is clearly the next jump in evolution.
Thanks for writing in, not to expose your own selfishness to us, but to let us know about Bob, because we're both just really happy we know Bob now.
All hail Bob.
Yeah, he's a lot better friend than you've ever been, Aaron.
In fact, you know, I know that we just did this last week. Let's go ahead and ban Aaron for life.
Yeah, Aaron banned forever from the podcast. John, are you a little concerned that because of how harsh we are to people who write us questions, people are going to stop writing us questions?
Yeah, that's probably going to happen. Or on the other hand, maybe this banned for life thing is going to be like the trendy new thing. Like we'll have some of the Kardashians writing in just to get banned for life. It's an exclusive club.
We should send out stickers to everybody who gets banned for life, so they can, you know, have a little sticker that says, I've been banned for life from There'll Be Crossbows. And it becomes this like sort of status symbol.
Dang, I kind of want to get banned for life.
Yeah, me too. Let's write terrible questions next week and answer each other's questions so we can get banned from our own show.
You're this far from being banned right now.
That's amazing. Aaron, if you're still listening, stand by. You may be hosting the show next week after we both get banned from life.
I can't wait to be part of the club you're in.
Honey, I know that school picture day is always a little bit embarrassing for you because they don't know which of your two heads to focus on, but
You're both beautiful. Both of your faces are beautiful. The right one, obviously, a little bit more attractive than the left one. We know that.
Dad, she embarrasses me. I hate her, and yet I have to spend every waking moment with her. She won't stop being annoying. Oh, God. Ugh.
Don't lick your other head. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Stop. But no, get that tongue back in the mouth. Back in the mouth. Missy, get that tongue back. That's right. Thank you. Get back in the mouth. Back in the mouth. You get that tongue. I'm not going to ask again. I'm not going to ask again. You are not going to get your allowance. Which means that, unfortunately, he also doesn't get his allowance. Okay, that's it. You've both lost your allowance.
Dad, no!
I'm sorry, but, like, I asked 4 times.
I have to have my allowance for lotion because this side of my face is chapped all the time.
Look, if you can't get your other head in check, I'm going to keep having to punish you.
Fine, then give me an advance on my allowance so I can get that build-it-yourself guillotine.
Don't make that face at your other head. No, stop it. Stop it. Back in the mouth. Back in the mouth. I will not ask again. I will not ask again. That tongue stays in that mouth. Don't you make your eyes at me. Don't you dare. Nope. Okay, that's it. You're both grounded.
Dad, no, Dad, just give me the guillotine money, please.
Look, your mother and I, we can't afford a guillotine. Head 2, back in the mouth. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Okay.
See how annoying this is? I have to put up with this all day, every day.
It's part of you. You're doing it. I know it's not your brain that's causing like all of that behavior, but you are the same being, and I can't not punish you for things that head does just because you say, oh, they're not, you or whatever.
There has to be something we can do. She's making my life a living horror.
God, what did I say? If you don't put that tongue in your mouth right now, you're going to hell, young lady. We go to the pearly gates of heaven. Hey, what's up, man? So I'm St. Peter here. I heard that you died in some sort of guillotine accident. That's a random one.
It didn't occur to me that when I did the guillotine, I would bleed out.
Right. Yeah, you can't chop off one of your heads if you got 2 heads. It's insane.
So here I am, but thank God I'm by myself for once.
Yeah. Hey, he said thanks, by the way. Anyway.
No problem. Was that God right there? Big fan.
Oh, Big G? Yeah, Big G's just sitting right over there. You want to meet Big G?
That's as long as that's great. I would love to meet Big G.
Okay, cool. Hey, Big G, hop over here for a sec. We got a fan. While he's coming over here, I do have to warn you, that head actually got you sent to hell. So unfortunately, since you're attached, I got to send you both to hell after we have this conversation. Hey.
That's fine. God won't stop licking me.
Hey folks, it's James here with my Amazon product review. This is my pug Crixus. I was super jelly that John got to use his dog in his Amazon review last week, so now this little boy gets to join me for mine. Well, today the product that John sent me was the Thames and Cosmos Ooze Labs Chemistry Station Science Experiment Kit. Look, this is like a kid's play set of a bunch of random test tubes. There's a bunch of colors of different like liquids you're supposed to mix together and pretend like you're doing actual chemistry. Come on, this thing is lame. It's a kid's toy, right? So everything's like, oh, if you mix this yellow substance with this blue substance, you get this green substance. Look, it was all super basic little kid stuff. I wasn't that impressed. Crixus seemed to like it. We kept making these little solutions that he would like lick up. And then when I leave the room, I come back there and he's like messing around with the bottles. It's like, it's for kids, not dogs. Anyway, weird. I have no idea what he was doing. But can't say I was very impressed. It seemed really childlike to me. But I do think that it would be fun if you had little kids. And where did this come from? Somebody swapped out my water with this. Yes, master. I will give you treats. Here you go, master. I live only to serve master. More treats, master? Do you desire more treats? Your wish is my command, master. I'm sorry. Spaced out for a second. What was I talking about?
Master Charlie, I've found another bird, what with a beak that's slightly different than the other birds.
Another bird with a beak slightly different than the other birds? Well, let me see, son.
Take a look.
Yeah. Her beak's way different than the other birds. Well, that's fantastic. Good job.
All right, I'm going to put it in the bird corpse compartment.
Great. Man, I've got to really start doing some analysis of all of these animals with slightly different features than the other animals. Because all these people are coming to me and like, Charles Darwin, they always address me by full name. Why are you so interested in all these different animals with slightly different variations? I got to think of some sort of theory or something.
That's I really admire this work that you're doing. I could never do it myself.
But honestly, I haven't really done that much. I've made all of you go out and get me various dead animals. You know, I've just been sitting here kind of looking at them and being like, huh, there's got to be something going on here, but my mind's just drawn a blank.
It's okay. I enjoy the work. You know, you say go find me dead animals. I don't find any dead animals, but I have ways of making them dead, you see, and I enjoy that kind of work. So I don't mind it at all. You take all the glory, you take all of the press and the talking to people. I'll just go out and find animals that are alive and find ways to make them dead.
And you do a good job at it. You do a really good job of being able to kill all the animals, but in a way it's not messing up their corpses, so I can still look at them and try to draw analyses of just, it's my fault. It's on me. I'm just not thinking of much. Tell you what, I'm going to go grab lunch. Would you just sit in my chair for a few minutes and look at these corpses and see if you can, I don't know, just think of some sort of just whip up a theory real quick on what's happening here with why some animals are dying and other animals are surviving that have better features.
Oh yeah, it sounds like you got a nugget of a theory right there already, the better features part. You've been working on this.
It's swimming around my head. I just can't put my finger on what exactly is happening. So if you don't mind trying to piece it together, I know it's a little bit out of your wheelhouse, but I'd appreciate it. And I am a little bit peckish, so I'd love to hop off to the pub.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I'll hold down the fort, as it were.
All right, great. I'll send in another assistant just to be your yes man or something while you figure out the theory. All right. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Hello. Charlie sent me over here to watch as you work, and if you need anything, I'm right here.
I've noticed you before. You're the intern.
Yeah, I've been the intern for 4 years. At this point, they're supposed to pay you or something, but I haven't seen a shilling out of this job.
There are other fringe benefits. For example, let me teach you how to make a live bird into a dead bird.
You can do that?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd like to see that, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I wager I could make up to 37 birds dead all at one time. Okay, well, it turns out we've made it to the end of yet another episode of There Will Be Crossbows. Can you believe it? It was emotional for me. So many things happened that will affect me for the rest of my days.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, thank you. I was just waiting for someone to agree with me. So if you are one of those people that are not banned for life, then join us on Crossbow Club. And if you are banned for life, well, we can't stop you anyway. Join us on the Crossbow Club. We'll talk about stuff. You'll get some bonus material. I am so glad that, James, you are here with me, and I'm looking forward to whatever we're doing next week.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, good. I was just waiting for someone to agree with me.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Again, we'll see you next week on There Will Be Crossbows.
Thanks. See you next week. What do you have a PTA like at the school district?
Like for children?
Yeah, right to the PTA. Tell them we're fucked.
Yeah, I have to go too. I have these mental pictures in my head of sexy ocelots now, and I gotta take care of that.
Don't make that face at your other head. Don't make that. Get that tongue back of them.